I've never been able to decide what's my true biggest passion, video games or music. It's both up there equally. I've been tempted many times to start a YouTube channel, a music YouTube channel, but it's just full of problems, man. Copyright stuff and shit. I can't just talk about bands and obscure bands and without playing a little bit of their music, and that's gonna demonetize the video. So fuck, man. My respect goes to all of those music channels out there. I don't know how they do them, how they do their videos. I watched one of the biggest music channels ever on YouTube. That's Rick Beato. I'm a big fan. And he's always struggling with copyright claims and stuff for playing 10 fucking seconds of a song. I mean, it's horrible, man. It's fucking horrible. So chances are I'll probably never do a music channel. Maybe a music podcast or something. When is your next book coming out? Man, last year was kind of like I get this anxiety. I've been getting really fucking anxious since last year that I really want to write. I want to write this story that I've been cooking for several years, since 2018 actually. And I think it's going to be really hard for me not to sit down and write this very same year. Like, I need to go back to writing, because all I've been doing for the past several years is translating my books to English. And I still have a couple of them to go. So chances are I'm probably going to finish the translation of one of those two books and probably write a new one. Because I have to, man. Since last year, I've been getting these anxiety moments. I'm like, man, I really want to write it now. But I still need to make some decisions about writing it in Spanish or just in English, or in Spanish and translating it to English later. I don't know what I'm going to do, how I will approach the story. I still need a lot of decisions. But the story and the character, the main character, have been decided already. What's your take on the Cosmic Fantasy games? They were both ported to the Switch recently in one collection with an English translation. That's awesome. I played Cosmic Fantasy 2 on the TurboGrafx 16. Yeah, not that fun. It isn't a bad game, but it's not that great either. I liked it, but I never finished it. So, I don't know, maybe I'll give him a chance on the Switch one of these days, if I can. Twisted Metal was fun. It was thanks to Twisted Metal 3 that I found out about the band Pitch Shifter, which I became a big fan of. I know some of their songs on the guitar. Microwave, Wizig, Everything's Fucked, Please Sir, Triad. Love Pitch Shifter. And I found out about the band thanks to Twisted Metal 3. I remember some of those games used to have the soundtrack in the disc. So the game disc, you put it on your stereo, your music player, and it played the soundtrack. That was awesome. That was cool, man. Are there any good action RPGs you can recommend, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where the gameplay is not too fast and well-paced? It's hard to find games that compare to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The best I can come up with is Final Fantasy 12 and White Knight Chronicles. Just White Knight Chronicles, let me tell you something, they aren't PS3 exclusive, but they're dirt cheap, I think. They aren't as great as Xenoblade Chronicles, okay? But they're good games, and the battle mechanics are similar. You don't button mash your controller, you just gotta wait and select actions while your characters take care of the rest. That's the Xenoblade Chronicles battle system in a nutshell, right? That's what you do. As Final Fantasy 12 is the same. Those are my recommendations. It's amazing that there's no dance game of Persona 5. Oh, there will be. Mark my words. Well, there's probably going to be a DLC for the others. A $50 DLC. $49.99, baby. Persona 5 dancing. No more Persona dance games. More like no more Persona 5 games. Enough. Move on, Atlus. Move the fuck on. I don't remember the car racing RPG, the name. That was, came out in the 90s. I think it was released on the PC Engine. Auto Duel from 1985. Auto Duel. It's way back in 1985, man. That's the first racing RPG ever, I think. Came out for the Amiga, the Apple II, the Atari 8-bit. Atari ST, Commodore 64, MS-DOS, and Macintosh. Holy shit. For every single console that I don't really give a shit about. There we go. Auto Duel. That's like I think that's the godfather of racing RPGs. Atlus should remake Princess Crown. But I know it's impossible. What makes you think it's impossible? I don't think it's impossible. More like they don't really care about it. Oh, for sure, you know. I don't think Princess Crown will be successful. But I feel like Vanillaware has gotten more popular over the past several years. It's a big company now because it partnered with Atlus again. They're releasing Unicorn Overlord in a bit, but I agree. While I agree that Princess Crown will be profitable, I still think it will be a good idea. I don't think it's gonna be a commercial success like you say, but it's definitely going to be partially successful nowadays. Maybe the time is right for Princess Crown to be remade or remastered, or at least officially translated to English. If at least digital, maybe. But it's Atlus. They aren't known for porting or remastering games. Few people know about Princess Crown. So many people may say that it's an Odin Sphere ripoff. That's interesting because Odin Sphere is a ripoff of Princess Crown. Same developers, so the term ripoff is fucking stupid there. Princess Crown was the very first game George Kamitami worked on when the name Vanillaware didn't even exist. He created Vanillaware in order to make Princess Crown 2, which is Odin Sphere. But he couldn't call it Princess Crown because he wasn't working for Atlus anymore. So what happened? He had to change the name and use a different name. It's pretty much Odin Sphere is a spiritual successor to Princess Crown. Is Sakura Wars so long my love a JRPG? Well, it's one of those games that are arguably yes and arguably not. Because it's mostly a visual novel, tons of decision making, but then again the decisions affect your relationship with the heroines, so choices matter. That's an RPG element in there. So you got your strategic battle system placed on grids, you got your skills, but you can't customize the skills, right? You learn them, but you don't even know if you learn them until you are in the next mission. And then there's no leveling system, except it's hidden, and it's based on your relationships with the girls. The higher your bond with a girl, the better that girl will perform in battle. So the girl will be more powerful. Her mech will be more powerful. Her robot, But you don't level up like you can't grind. And it's a game where you just can go back and grind. And, you see where I'm going, right? It's one of those that are like maybe it is, maybe not. It feels like one to me, so I call it a JRPG. But it's also arguably not. It's one of those games, man. Probably. Ooh, this song, man. Holy shit. That's the game it belongs to. Pretty good, huh? That is the main menu theme of Vanguard Bandits. You boot the game up, and that's the first thing you see and hear. Oh man, it's so 90s, that song, and it's so cheesy, kind of cheesy, but I mean, it's a fucking awesome song, man. I think the singer doesn't sing anymore. I forget her name. Great singer, though.